Flip the cameras. All right. I feel like we can use that instead. Okay. Hello. Okay, let me see. We're good there. Okay, hold on. There we go. All right. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Friday. Hi. Happy Friday. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Happy lunar eclipse day. Happy Friday. Whichever one resonates. Okay, let me. Hi, Christy. Hi, hi, hi. Come in. Greetings, greetings, greetings. All right. As I get situated here, what else do I need? I think I have everything here. Hi. All right. Hello, hello, hello. How are ya? Happy Friday. How is everyone? We're going to get started with some free readings. And yeah. Hello, hello. All right. Rebecca says feeling good. And asks about me. I'm doing well. I'm a little tired, but I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I really appreciate it. People want to get this show on the road. I don't mind. I don't mind. Okay. So, hello. Happy Friday. Happy lunar eclipse day. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Happy 5/5 portal day. Whichever resonates with you or whatever you're celebrating, or just Friday. It's another day. You're alive. So glad to see you here. Thank you for joining me. My name is Angelica from Infinite Love Healing, and Infinite Love Healing is my own little healing business that I started back in October 2018. So I've been doing this for a while. Healing work, shadow work, and really the emphasis that really my work is around, whether it's a reading, whether it's a healing session, whatever it is, it's always the intentions are always to bring remembrance of you back into your power, remembrance of your power. So it's always about empowerment. It's always about awareness, self-awareness, bringing in sovereignty and, whatever medicine really needs to come in, but it's always centered around empowerment. Okay. And so I am offering free readings today. And if you do want a free reading, leave me a comment with your name. And, if you have a question, it can be a yes or no question. It could be general, love, health, career, financial, etc. The only thing I do not do is pregnancy or fertility readings. It's just not my bag. It's just not my bag. It's just not for me. However, if you do want to ensure, because the way that I work, I just allow my intuition to kind of guide me into whoever needs, whoever. So things lighten my head, or, I feel the resonance with someone, and then I go there. However, if you do want to get on the list and ensure that you receive a reading, the minimum donation is $20, and all of those links can be found in my bio. And if you do donate for a reading, please let me know, because I'm the only one that's here doing it. And sometimes I don't get notified on my phone right away. So let me know. And I'm going to probably only be on for an hour or so. So if you do want to ensure that you get a reading, the best way I find people to like get in there is to donate for a reading. Okay. Otherwise, I just kind of let my own intuition guide me. So please don't take it personally if you don't get a reading. I do these every Tuesday through Friday. So please, I invite you to come back and just, hang out, watch, ask for a reading, etc. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start scanning through the comments. And as I'm scanning through the comments, I also do want to mention that there is a fake account. There's actually 3 other fake accounts out there that have my name or some variants of my name. Please know that this is my only account. One of those accounts is actually, I don't know if it's phishing, whatever the heck you call it, but it's a scam. They're actually messaging people personally and soliciting for readings. Please know this is not me, and I would never do that. Okay, I do not need to do that. So please, I feel like it's a bot, which is weird. Why is a bot soliciting for readings? I don't know, but it's not me. Just know that it's not me. Ba, 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 ba. Savannah asked, should I stop dancing? Does dancing bring you joy? If so, then do you want to cut off that joy? Okay, so I'm going to start scanning the comments. There's so many love. Love, love, love. Love is in the air. Oh, excuse me. I did see one earlier that kind of caught my eye. Oh, Nick is you're a psychic medium? Yeah, I have the same feeling for one of my fake ones being a bot. Yeah. I'm like, why? I don't understand. I don't know if it's AI doing something weird. It just feels weird, but just know that that's not me. If it does come up on your thing or somebody's messaging you, know that it's not me and report it. As long as people aren't getting scammed, that's all I care. Hi, Pablo. How are you? Okay, there's a lot of love. Okay, so let's do love. Does anybody have a specific question around love? There was one that said somebody was at a crossroads. That was the one that was sticking out in my head. I actually had a convo with one that stole my face and names and asked why they were doing it. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Yeah, the AI now is getting really, it's important to be very discerning and be very discerning, because shit. What's been the best part of my day? I would say food, and then here right now. I'm doing well, Pablo. Thank you. Okay, there you are. Julia at a crossroads. Is Paul my person? That's who I was feeling. Okay, Julia, I'm actually feeling you. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, wow, that's interesting. That's interesting, Nick. Huh. Okay. My comment was the crossroads. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Julia. I got you, Julia. Okay. So first off, before I begin the readings, please know that I'm always about empowerment, no matter what. Doesn't matter. I don't care who the fuck is giving you a reading or what they're about or how accurate they are. Please always be empowered in your own choice. For me, it's always about empowering and reminding people that they have a choice and they have a responsibility to that choice, to be empowered and to be, in their choice and take, own that shit, right? So no matter what what no matter what kind of reading you want, whether it's love, etc., 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 please know that I always encourage you to be empowered in your choice because you can never get it wrong. There's always going to be feedback and information that comes in that then maybe clarifies things even further for you to then make a more decisive choice. Okay, so yeah, especially if it's love readings and people will ask, like asking yes or no and things like this. So there's my preface to these readings. Okay. No fucking thank you. Get off of my platform. Bye bye. Bye bye. No thanks. I wonder if these are bots. Are these bots? And why? Why? Okay. So Julia, you said you're at a crossroads. I'm going to tune into your energy first. Yeah. You're definitely what you call a crossroads. What you call a crossroad or a crossroad. I actually feel it as a choice point. Like, do I go this way? Do I go this way? And then a choice point is basically a more significant choice point in our lives that is going to very significantly change our trajectory into whichever timeline we actually choose to go into. Okay, so I actually feel, yeah, it's right on point. Yes, you're at a crossroads. I would call it a choice point. It's the same thing, just different language. So I'm going to just tune into the connection and kind of feel in. So when I tune into connection, sometimes I get very physical feedback. That's just that. I'm very sensitive, empathic, and clairsentient. It feels, as I'm interpreting this weird twitch, let me see if I can kind of discern or like translate what's going on. It feels like there is at this choice point, at this crossroads, why do I keep calling that? Crossroads. At this crossroads, it's kind of feeling like one trajectory, and know that there's like an infinite amount of timelines, like, so it's not just one or two, but like of the kind of two choices, the one or the other choice that I kind of feel coming in here. One trajectory leads you to, it feels more joyful, it feels more uplifting, it feels more empowering. The other the other choice feels like if you do stay with this person, it feels a little heavier. It feels like there is it feels like yeah. It feels like I have to constantly check in with this other person, or check to see if this other person is okay, check to see if this is the right thing, and that's not necessarily a bad thing or a good thing, it's just a thing, okay? So it just feels like choosing the relationship and moving forward, the heaviness could feel like the relationship starts to, it feels like then maybe feeling torn between choosing the relationship and your own happiness, or your own joy and following your own dreams. That's kind of, I feel like if going into the relationship or continuing with the relationship, it would still bring you to the same crossroads. Okay. So I'm gonna pull a card and see if there's anything else with this connection, but that's kind of what I'm hearing. Four of coins, not Four of Cups. Accumulate, save, hold on to, conservative, possessive, hoard, habitual, and scarcity mindset. That's tuning into that connection. So possessiveness kind of feels, I would feel like more on point, and it feels like then you'd be again faced with the same decision of like, do I go this way? Do I go that way? And it might eventually end up going that way. And it would end up kind of not working out in the long run. However, I will say again, be empowered in your own choice and your own intuition. Okay. So, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Take what resonates, make it work for you, feel into how it works into your life. And if it doesn't resonate, don't take it. Okay. Don't make it fit. Okay. Let me know how that resonates. You can feel free to, oh my God, feel free to let me know, or, share as much or as little as you want. I keep going this way. Like, fucking shit. All right. Let's do a couple more. I'll be on for, let's see. Well, let's see. About, 40 more minutes. No, 50 more minutes. Something like that. Okay. So if you do want a reading, let's see. Okay, I didn't see if Julia commented again. So let me know if that's not what you wanted to hear. I'm sorry. Please know that I'm going to tell it to you the way I feel it. Also with as much tact and kindness that I can. Okay. So I am doing free readings, and if you do want to get on the list and basically skip the line and ensure that you get a reading, the minimum donation is $20, and if you do want to ensure that you get a reading, that's my best suggestion. Otherwise, I kind of just like see who lights up in my head. Someone was asking, I think it was Rachel. Rachel asks, did my mom know she was going to die? I feel like there was a knowing. How do you donate? Through the links in my bio, or through the links in my profile. I guess on IG it's profile or bio or whatever, through the links in my profile. But Rachel, it does feel like there was some knowing. Thank you for asking. Yeah, you can definitely. And then I'm going to keep the messages as brief as I can. And then for those who donate, I'm going to go into more in depth, okay? Brandy says, confused about what to do. So this is about love, right? Thank you. It's just glitter. It's just glitter. It's literally just that. It's just glitter. I actually have black glitter on my eyeliner as well. Thank you for the roses. Who is I? Who? Saying I like glitter. I just like glitter. I'll just put it on my eyeballs. Just rub it all in there. Who was I? This is Baba. Oh, Wow. Oh, Brandy. Okay. So, Brandy, I got you. I'm going to do you next. Um, Someone asked, I cast hex of baldness on my psychic friend. How do I take it back? I don't know that you can take it back. What's done is done. Now, basically, it feels like one of the way forward. I won't say the only way, but like one of what's coming through to me for that is that because karma is the biggest thing I feel here and I hear here is here. Um, you're going to have to do some reconciling. You're going to have to reconcile that because you're basically working with black magic and you're wanting to supersede someone's will. And when we do that, we have to pay the price. Okay? That we have to pay the price. So you gotta reconcile and like tune into yourself, into your intuition, your highest self, and say, I want to make this right. And go from there. Okay? Because that is gonna be you're gonna have to reconcile and reckon with those energies. It's gonna come back. It's gonna come back to you. Okay. It can be general. Okay, Rachel actually paid. Where are you, Rachel? Yeah, there you are. I donated 23. Can you tell me what happened to my mom, please? Okay, it was so sudden. All right, I'll do my best. I can't guarantee all of the information. Okay? And I can't guarantee like what is, I can't guarantee like the information that somebody might want or expect. I can't guarantee that. I can only guarantee whatever information comes through, that's the information that comes through. Okay. And then Brandy, I'm still with you. Okay. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it, Rachel. That's totally understandable, especially for it to be sudden. And if we didn't have any kind of notice, it can definitely be that. Okay. So I'm just going to tune in, and I'll do my best to relay what comes through. Because I notice when I do more mediumship type things, all I'm doing is like, I'm not like a Tyler Henry where he's trained for many, many years and he never shut down his gifts. What I'm actually finding is that I just tap into streams of consciousness. So it's just energy, right? So whatever information is available to me, I will bring through. Okay, just so you know that there's differentiation. I'm not Tyler Henry. I'm not John Edwards, but I do my best. But I can tune in, right? So, all right. So I'm gonna connect to you, Rachel. There's Rachel. Ooh, there's Rachel. Yeah, I feel a lot of heart stuff around this. Obviously heartbreak because it's so sudden. And as I tune into you, okay, when I do tune in a little bit deeper, I do feel, the presence of, on my left side, that's indicative of To me, that's indicative of female, and it does feel like mom. Okay. On the first thing I kind of get when I tune in is that like there was a sense of knowing. At the same time, I didn't know that it was actually, I didn't actually know. Like there were ideas, there were like inklings, like, yeah, this actually might happen. At the same time, I don't know if it wasn't quite taken seriously enough, or you know how the other kind of perception that I'm getting is, you know how sometimes, I don't know about anybody else, but I know for me myself, if you've ever had that experience of like, oh shit, like am I gonna die right now, like what, like what's happening, like is this, what is this, like having that and then like maybe confusing it for one of those times. So it was like there was some intuition about it, but there wasn't like this, there wasn't a full on like, yeah, this is, it was yes and no. Does that make sense? Um like the other part that I get with this is actually there's a um is this gratitude? Like gratitude around it being quick, because then there wasn't a lot of like suffering. Okay? It was like just kind of like here, and then I'm on the other side. I'm not in a physical body anymore. That gives me chills. Does that make sense? um, just thank you so much. You are the real deal. Did you say anything else? Um, so let me just see if there's, I'm just going to check in to see if there's anything else. Was this more of a recent passing, or was this, it feels more recent to me, but I'm asking you so that I can, for my own, like for my own. Oh, okay. Okay. So it was. All right. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, there's a sense of like still healing, like on the soul level. Okay. There's still like healing on the soul level that needs to kind of like, there's still processing, and she's already done quite a bit. And then I'm just kind of feeling into how she wants to relay this, because there is this feeling and sense of like, I'm healing myself, like I'm healing the soul on the soul level, um, and she's also around you, um, like it's both and, right? Like she's doing her own healing, and she's also around you, but like she also might not be around you maybe as much, because she still has some work to do over there on her end. And to me, all I get is like healing, like the soul, because it's not like the soul can be like obliterated or whatever, but like some, like when we have a human experience, sometimes the soul can like experience trauma, and that it does need to like kind of heal and rest and freaking rejuvenate. And those are just our own human terms that in ways that we can understand it. I wouldn't know how to like explain it beyond that, okay? But she says she is around you. She just maybe not as much, because she's still healing a lot of her stuff and her stuff from her life, and bringing awareness around things that could have been done differently, and like kind of doing the life review thing. Oh, I could have done that differently there, and okay, and like so she's working she's working on herself a lot in that. So she does come around. She just may not be around as much because she's doing a lot of her own healing, and in that there's she is also helping you, if that makes sense. Um, doing her own healing and like because this is how I would put it. Anytime ancestors or people who have passed on who are doing their work in that realm, it also gets transferred or passed on to us. And vice versa, any healing we do also gets transferred or passed on to them. It's just about choice and resonance at that point. It's really about resonance. Choice is more of a like, I won't get into it, but just choice and resonance. Okay. So in that, she is helping you. And it feels like that's one of the best ways she is finding to help you get through this grief. And there's also this other piece of sometimes family that's passed on may not come around as much, or they might visit us once in a dream and then like never again, because they don't want to interrupt our our grief process. And that's kind of the other sense that I'm getting with this, is like she doesn't want to interrupt your process because she understands that you're still grieving, and that's something that you're going to have to do on your own, and with support of whoever is around. But also you're going to have to feel those things. And the more that you are brave enough to feel the things, you're taking a step further and further into and through that whole entire grieving process. Okay. There's the she wants to also highlight and emphasize, acknowledge that is being brave, that is being courageous, feeling that. And she's also wanted to acknowledge that there's still quite a bit of grieving left to do. Grief is a non-linear process, okay, that it comes and goes, and it's not linear. Sometimes we might be mad, sometimes we might be bargaining, sometimes we might feel like, more accepting. So we might go through all of the different stages of grief in any kind of order. It's non-linear. So she's acknowledging that process still needs to play out, and it's going to be playing out for a while, because there was the closeness. Okay, she's also acknowledging the closeness, the bond that you both shared. Okay. Yeah. Okay. She's kind of stepping back. Like I don't really need to say much more, because that was it's like, usually when I get this, it's like it's good. So that is my indication of like, it's good. You received exactly what you needed to receive. Let me know. I didn't see. I was obviously that was hard. I really appreciate it. I just want to scroll through the comments to see if you had left it. Any other messages? Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. And Rachel says, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rachel, especially for honoring me with a donation. I really appreciate that. So if you do want to ensure that you get read, you can donate through the links in my bio, and the minimum is $20. Okay. All right. So I have about a half an hour-ish left. Yeah, all kinds of lost loved ones. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, thank you, Rachel. She says you deserve it. Have a great weekend. You as well. Have a beautiful Cinco de Mayo 5/5 portal lunar eclipse. um, Pablo's still listening. Thank you for the gifts. Um, Wait. Okay, hold on. I'm actually hearing. Hold on. Wait. Oh, okay. Karen. Oils 111 Karen. I would love to have a message, please. Since you're my number one gifter, I typically feel to go to my gifters as well as a way to kind of give back and to honor that exchange. And I'm actually feeling you. Um, is it okay if I call you Karen? Is your name Karen? And are you still here? Can you let me know, my love? Um, Oh, good evening. Good evening. Okay. All right. So you're here. You're here. All right. So you said just a message. Okay. So I'm just gonna tune into your. Okay. I got you. I got your beautiful face, or at least your beautiful picture. Who knows it? Who knows? I don't want to assume that it's like people's face, right? Okay. Message. This. All right. I'm just gonna connect to your gads. You guys. The guys. This actually feels when I tune into your guides, I tend to tune into the highest self, and if the guides are more accessible, whoever's kind of more accessible, I don't necessarily have to explain the mechanics of it, but I typically go for the higher self, and sometimes the guides come through. So your guides are coming through pretty strongly. Actually, what I feel for you is humor. I keep seeing humor in like big letters. Humor. Whether you naturally are a funny, like uplifting, like I'm always joking person, it actually feels like the emphasis is here. Humor. Um, and really kind of the sense that I get from that is utilizing humor to almost like to get through the difficult times, and especially like the way the world is now is very chaotic and very hectic because all of the shadow is coming out. So we're seeing all of the shadow, we're seeing all of the craziness, and that can put one into a lot of fear, right? And so what I've always felt with humor, and because it's a very high vibration, we're using laughter to transmute energy. When you use humor and when you can laugh about things, even if it's like a more scorpionic, like a dark kind of humor, um, it can actually flip the energy, and it can actually transmute the energy. And wait, what's the word? It's like yeah, kind of flip, for lack of a better, I can't really find the word in my vocabulary right now, but like it kind of switches the energy. It allows you to be the alchemist and to actually alchemize, transmute the energy of like the shadow that's coming up, and you're like, oh, look at that. Like, must be the shadow. Whatever. It just feels like using humor, even if it's dark humor, to to get through these kind of like darker times, because that's going to be being able to laugh at the ridiculousness of, I mean, because isn't it a little ridiculous, like all of the stuff? But it's because of the shadows literally coming out, everybody's shadow, the collective shadow, individual shadow, all of the shadows are coming up. We got to get it all out on the table so we can decide, like, as a humanity and as individuals, how do we actually prefer to move forward? Do we want to be peaceful, or do we want to continue on with more war, more violence, more prejudice, more all of this other stuff, all of this, the shadow, basically rejecting and telling other people, like, it's not okay that you exist, it's whatever, all of the stuff. So finding humor in the ridiculousness of it all. And the other part that I feel actually coming in with this is being using your discernment around maybe who can accept that type of humor, or the situation. Maybe is it appropriate to say, is it not? And also just being in your own alignment. If it feels funny to say and you trust yourself, that, like, even if you tell yourself the joke and you're the only one that gets it, it feels like you utilizing humor, even if it's dark humor, in order to start, like, transmuting the shadow energy. Because you're not rejecting it, you're just saying, oh, look at that, that's kind of funny, because, like, this shit's so ridiculous. It almost feels, the sense that I get with this as well, is almost feels like this is a bit of a superpower that you can actually lean into, of, like, it almost feels like there's a perception of being able to see all of these different things, and maybe the patterns in between or whatever, and it makes you feel like, oh, you associate it with a certain thing that you find funny. Something about that kind of feels like there is something that it's like part of your superpower or your niche, or I don't even quite know the word to use, but I feel like you would understand this. But that is your that's your message, Karen. Does that make sense? Let's see. Let me see if she commented. I don't see any comments. But so let me know how that resonates. But that's kind of what I get for you, Karen, is, like, using humor. Because we think things are, like, looking some kind of way right now. We haven't really quite seen the half of it. Because all of the shadows got to be put out on the table. Oh, okay. She gives me these emojis. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. All right. So I have still about 20-ish, 24 minutes or so. All right. Bum, 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 bum. I'm actually not scamming. I don't know if you're referring to the account that is actually fake, and I think it's a bot that is scamming people, but it's definitely not me. Oh, somebody Venmo'd. Who Venmo'd? Sarah, you Venmo'd. 1111 lunatic. I like that. Luna, get it? Karen says, thank you so much. Yes, I do tend to laugh a lot and find things amusing to keep away from negativity. Okay, yeah. That's your superpower. I did get your Venmo. Okay, hold on. I'm scrolling through. Yeah, okay, Sarah. So Sarah, what did you have, my dear? What did you want? How can I be of service to you today, my dear? Thank you for the donation, first of all. Sometimes I forget. Thank you, first. How can I be of service? What's your question? What do you want me to kind of tune into? Oh, career schooling advice. Okay. All right. Got you. Okay. Career schooling advice. I got you. You're over here. Sarah. Okay. All right. Um, career, schooling. So I'm just going to connect highest self and see what kind of comes in for you. Career, schooling. So just so you know, I don't typically, well, again, to reiterate, um, what do I want to say? To reiterate, I don't always get super, let's say, maybe detailed in the way that you might want. But my intentions are that you always receive exactly what you need. So just so you know that, um, just so, and I'm saying that just so I can get the fuck out of my own way. Career schooling. Okay, so the first word I kind of get when I kind of tune into this is drop out. And now, so I have to ask, are you considering dropping out, or is that the crossroads or the point that you're looking at? Because I'm getting like drop out. So I need to, okay, so yes, you are. Okay. All right. All right. So I'm just going to like tune into, thank you for validating that, because that helps me to actually tune into different timelines. So I'm going to kind of like tune into certain timelines. Okay. So this timeline, what is this? This staying in, okay. That's staying in. So when I tap into that first one, when I tap into that first one, yeah, okay. So when I tap into this first timeline is about staying in school, I feel it being a bit of struggle, hassle, okay? And so this is the card that I kind of get is lacking a strategy, set goals, reassess, and define your purpose. So it kind of feels to me like maybe reflecting to you, would you have, if you stayed in school, do you have a specific focus of study? Because if you don't, it feels like might be a little bit more of a struggle. It might be a little bit more of a hassle. Accounting right now, and I'm hating it. Is your hair hot pink and the rest on the, yeah, this is my roots, like literally salt, pepper. That's literally my roots, and then the rest of it is like this because I'm like just letting it grow. Accounting right now. Okay, so you do have like a focus. Okay, thank you for saying that. Gifted. Hold on one second. Gotta focus back to where I was. Okay, since you brought that in, the next, excuse me, sorry, we're moving some energy, and so that's usually my indication. We moving some shit, okay? So we bring in clarity. With you being in accounting and you're hating it, if you hate it now, do you think you're gonna grow to love it? There's one question that might be really beneficial to ask. And is that something, especially if you hate it now, is that something that you want to do, not necessarily for the rest of your life, but if you already hate it, do you want to continue hating something that, do you want to continue hating it? That's basically kind of what I get, is do you want to continue? And I feel like that's where the struggle and the hassle feels. Okay. And that's where that, like, this big word up here, reevaluate, because it feels like, tell me if this resonates or not, or if this is something that's true for you or not. If it's not, it's okay. But it feels like continuing, or it almost feels like there's like maybe getting into accounting for um, financial security, to be able to bring in money, more of a like a financial type of support type of thing. Was it that, or something along those lines, that like that was the draw, or the initial pull to get into accounting? Because it feels like, since you're hating it, it's good money. Yeah. Okay. It's good money, and I'm good with numbers. And that's great. You could also be good with numbers in something that actually brings you joy. So let that marinate. I'm going to tune into this other, there's one more timeline that I'm going to tune in, and this is the other one dropping out. Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. With this other, if you were to drop out, it almost feels like there's a feeling of like, maybe I should have stuck it out in order to finish there. Let me pull a card just to see if there's anything else that I'm like missing, because this feels a little like, it still feels a little foggy as I'm tuning into it. It's almost like a, whoa. Wait. Okay, this is too much. This is too much. This is too much. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, there was like too many cards that fell out. With dropping out at this point, are you halfway or more than halfway done with your education in accounting? Is my next question. Because when I tune into this other timeline, it feels like almost a regret. No, because you said no. Okay, that, I feel like that's where it's like, do I want to keep going? I almost feel like there might be close to a regret. I don't know if that's quite the word that I want to use here, but it's kind of like that, like almost like a shit. I might have, should have stayed there to kind of finish. So where are you at? Are you like more towards the beginning then? And you're like, shit, maybe I don't want to do this. Because with dropping out, it does feel like there might be some feelings of like, oh, I missed opportunity, shit. And there might be like a thing of like, depression or reluctant of like, shit, like I did that thing. Well, now what do I do? And I'm trying to discern here. Let me see. I can switch gears pretty easily. Okay, that's good. That's great. Okay. So with staying in school, it's like reevaluate that, right? Staying there. With it feels like if you do tend to like, if you do say like, I'm done, I'm going to switch gears over here, it feels like these things might come up. Oh shit, like I missed this opportunity. It feels like it might bring up these types of feelings of like, oh shit, like should I have? It feels like either way, you might be second guessing yourself. Okay? Because then this is the other part of dropping out, feeling like, oh shit, like that emptiness that's over here, that emptiness of like, oh shit, did I screw myself? Should I have went? It feels like either way, it's going to bring up some stuff. So let me kind of tune in. It feels like the look at the bigger picture. What's the bigger picture here? The bigger picture here, I feel I feel your guides, your highest self. It's more like look at the bigger picture around. They're just giving me one word, and that word is joy. If you're unhappy, if you like dealing with numbers and computing numbers and you're really good, that's great. That can be part of your joy. But maybe it's not accounting. Maybe it's working with numbers in a different way that actually does bring you joy. However, it feels like whether you stay in school or whether you quit and drop out or like switch gears or whatever, either way, it's going to bring something up. So it feels like, look at the bigger picture. What's the bigger picture here? You know, is it joy? Is it financial security? Like whatever the bigger picture is for you here, that's fine. And if it is financial security and it is good money, that's great. But in the long run, you might find that joy, you might want to, it feels like if you are in a place that you can switch gears pretty quickly, maybe consider, the invitation is there to consider what could you do that integrates numbers and like being good with numbers with something that is actually more joyful. Because if you hate doing that and you're gonna go into that, then like the money, even though the money's good, the price of being unhappy might not have been worth it in the long run. Okay, so there's definitely like a choice point, like a crossroads here for you as well. But like you're in an advantageous situation where you can switch gears, and you're at a point where like use your creativity. How could you imagine yourself creating, maybe the job doesn't even exist, of like integrating the numbers thing with also something that's a little bit more joyful and allows you more joy and more passion in your life. Unless you're good with, being like, I could just do the job. Again, this is definitely your decision, but that's kind of what's coming through. That's what's coming through. Let me know how that resonates, but definitely be empowered in your choice, and know that either way it might bring some stuff up for you to be like, oh, did I make the right choice? And for that, I would say just trust yourself. You can never really get it wrong. You really can't. You really can't. Of course, that's my belief. So take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But just yeah, there that is. She says, thank you so much for that. You're welcome. Karma says, go with the flow and leave the past behind, baby. All right. Okay, let's do some more. I have about 10 minutes. So if you do want to ensure that you get read, I would maybe suggest donating. However, I'm going to just scan the comments and see who is coming up in my field. And if I don't get to you today, please know that I'll be back next Tuesday through Friday for more free readings, okay? So I invite you to come back for all of that. And please know, if you do, whatchamacallit, if you do receive a message that looks like me or at a variance of my account, please know that this is my only account and I will not reach out to people directly soliciting for readings. Okay. Okay. I'm just scrolling through the comments. Okay. And if you do donate for a reading, please let me know because they don't come in right away. All right. I just had to check something on my phone. Okay. All right. Let me skip, or not skip. Scan the comments. The minimum donation is $20. You can always donate more. I've definitely had people donate more, but the minimum is $20. And then you kind of just, that's how you skip the line. You go to the straight, you basically go to the list, so to speak, and then you ensure that you get read. Someone says they love my aura. Is it all nice and thank you. I'm like, I was gonna try to make a joke, but then I don't know. I don't really have anything on my brain. So thank you. If anybody has if anybody has a, okay, let's see, like a yes or no question. So the only thing I don't do is like pregnancy, for fertility, like conception. I really don't do stuff around that because it's just not my bag. It's not my bag, baby. Okay, love. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of love. Whew. And of course, if you do feel guided to get a deeper, like a more in-depth reading for me, I have 3 options that you can choose from on my website, and you can connect to that through the link in my profile. You know, so, and all of my offerings, whether they're healing or whether they're readings, they are all sliding scale, so as to promote, you know, to be as accessible as it can be while also honoring the exchange. And if you do want to look up for readings on my website, they're actually called Ascension Sessions. I'm considering just changing the name to private readings, but I had it as that, and I was like, maybe it's not that. I don't know, but they're called Ascension Sessions. You know, there's an option to do a reading with energy work that helps you integrate everything that we did, because in my nature, I'm very fucking skilled with energy work, and so like I love to actually combine the two. And there's one that's a recording with energy work and a recording without energy work. So they're all like sliding scale, and so yeah, there's that. So I want to take like a, oh, thank you. Okay. I'm just seeing if there's anybody that kind of like pops into my head. I feel like it's this person. One second. Okay. And then if you do want to watch the replays, I always watch what? I always post all of my lives to my YouTube channel. So if for whatever reason you get red and you get booted off the live or something happens, you can watch them there. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Brandy, wasn't I talking to you earlier? That was you, right? So I'm actually feeling you come back in. That was you, right? I didn't already read you. No. So Brandy, you say confused about what to do, and love. So just okay, yeah. All right. All right. Did I? I did read her. Thank you for letting me know. Well, if I already read you, I already read you then. Well, if I already read you, then I'm going to go to someone else because, you know, just for, you know, to be fair, you know. Okay, all right. Thank you for letting me know because I'm like, I forget like that. Thank you. Okay, that must be why. I was like, oh, look at that. Hi, Alexis. So, someone's asking how do you pay? You go to the link in my bio, and you know, then you scroll all the way down, and then there are all the links: Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and let me know if you do pay, because I will like do the things. I do feel a couple of people. That's a big question. So interesting. Okay. Okay. So I can see they're pretty much all about love and okay. Okay. Oh, interesting. So is wait one second. Oh, see, I was wondering about that. Thank you for, yeah, I was wondering about that, Brandy. It's like I didn't quite go back to you because somebody did pay. Okay. Yeah, you got to keep me straight sometimes. Alexa says, are you a psychic or medium? I don't tend to really go by either of those terms. The way that I get my information is that I'm very, very clairaudient, which is I hear, claircognizant, I know, and clairsentient or empathic, which is like really, really feel. So, I mean, yes, I do have like psychic ability, but to me, it's kind of like, I don't know, like it just, you know, pick a label. Pick a label. But I don't necessarily go through go gravitate towards those, you know, but like I'm all of it. Okay, so Brandy, let's do you, my dear. You said you're lost about what to do, and it was about love. Okay, my eyeshadow is just it's just glitter. I don't know if you can see that. No, you can't see it. It's just glitter. It's just glitter. Okay, so Brandy, I got you. We're gonna do you, Brandy. Now that we've wasted 10 minutes. All right. I got you. You're right here. And you said confused, love. Okay. So as I'm tuning into your energy, Brandy, would you say, okay, Facebook, get the fuck out of there. All right. All right. As I'm tuning into your energy, Brandy, would you say again, because I kind of get like crossroads energy. I'm at a crossroads, or I'm at like a choice point because it feels like this or this, this or this, that kind of energy. Okay. Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you for that. Yeah, because that's what I'm feeling is like this. Obviously that would make sense with like the confusion and stuff. Like, I don't know if I do this. I don't know if I do this. So let's see if we can bring some clarity. Again, with all of my readings, I will always guide you and always advise you to always follow your own intuition, your own guidance above whatever I say. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but also be empowered in your own choices. You know, take the whatever message that does resonate and apply it to your life in a way that does feel empowering. Okay, so I'm always someone that wants to guide you and coax you into your own empowerment, into actually embodying and remembering how to do that, how to embody your own like your own power. Okay, so does this okay? So Brandy, when I'm tuning in, I feel like a guy. Do I do this? Is it like relationship or not? Relationship or not? It could just be a relationship. Doesn't necessarily have to be a guy. So I don't want to like put my own projections or assume anything, but it does feel like relationship or this, relationship or not. I have a passion for both. Okay. Oh, okay. I want to know if I should study. Well, you should have said that in the beginning. Okay. I want to know if I should study child psychology or criminology, please. I have a passion for both. Okay. Oh, no, that's not her. That's not you. Oh my gosh. I'm thinking M is you, Brandy. Okay. It's not. I'm getting people confused. Okay. And Brandy said yes to my question. Okay. All right. Thank you. This is how sensitive I am. And I also get confused easily. So that makes sense with the confusion. So I'm just going to tune into each timeline, and then from there I'll relay what comes through, and then you get to make the choice. Okay? So this way, this way is without, this way is with. So without. So if I don't choose the person, I would say what comes through is like, feels a little difficult, a little couple of bumps along the way, but eventually I figure it out. I feel more empowered. I feel more like confident, because those bumps along the way are meant to like inspire you and align you to like being more confident in your own power and embodying that and like owning it. Okay. So that's kind of the stream of consciousness that I feel with that choice, with that timeline. With this timeline over here, if we're choosing the person, when I first tune into it, it does feel a little bit, the couple words that I get that come to mind are a bit smothering and a bit stifling. Okay. That doesn't mean that that's how that relationship would be in a concrete sense. It does, however, to me, it's more like I would interpret it like there's some stuff that would need to be worked out. And that takes each person in the relationship taking responsibility and accountability for their actions and for their projections and for like their shit. Okay. Otherwise, this relationship feels a bit stifling and it feels a bit like disempowering. It's not to say that you can't empower yourself in a relationship. Absolutely, that can happen. You just have to take those steps. Whereas if you don't have that person there, the focus then gets put on yourself. Yeah, you might think about the person, or like your mind, you might want to distract yourself, but like ultimately you got to start focusing here at some point. I mean, or not. We can always just perpetually distract ourselves, right? But it feels like there would be less distraction alone. Not necessarily alone, not that you would be completely alone. There might be a support system that you have, and that might be important to have, as well as like having support and people that are like your cheerleader and just to lean on in case. But that choice of choosing yourself, I would say, feels a little bit more empowering. And yes, there will be some bumps along the way, and like, shit, I gotta figure this out, and it feels a little like maybe frustrating or a little lonely at first, but that is part of the process of self-awareness that is available in that timeline. Okay. Over here with the person, it feels like, again, smothering, a little stifling. There might be even enmeshment issues or codependent issues. Something where it feels like if someone, if it almost feels like it would feed into old patterns or old emotional like wounds or dysfunctional behaviors. Feels like it could feed more of that type of energy. Okay, so those are your two timelines. I'm just filling into if there's like anything else to put in. The last little bit is you get to choose. That's the beautiful part about all of it. You get to choose what experience you'd like to have. Okay? That's it. That's what I feel. Yeah, our loved ones will always hear us when we talk to them. Always, always, always. Okay, I just wanted to see if she commented, but I don't see her. Okay. Let me know how that. Okay. Brandy said, okay, that's all I needed to hear. You're so welcome. I'm glad that it resonated. And yeah, super be empowered in your own choice. You got this. Okay. Oh, yeah, and someone else is saying, I don't know who that was for, but it was definitely for me too. Yeah, that's how we work when we're in a group. That's why I say if it resonates, take it. You know, make it your own, because if it's coming out, that's typically why I just allow my intuition to kind of go wherever it needs to go, because in that, spirit is kind of moving through like, oh, pick this person, because whatever is advice or message that is coming through, there's other people that it's going to resonate for. So if it resonates, take it, make it your own, make it work, and then leave the rest. And never ever, never ever try to make anything fit or force it. And never take anybody, I don't care if it's me, never take anybody else's, like, you know, if somebody's giving you a reading or whatever, and you're like, I don't know if that's me, like, it just doesn't, I don't know. Follow, above all else, always follow your own intuition, your own guidance. I'm only here as a conduit and a reminder to coax you and to support you in coming back to your own power and your own choice, and to be able to discern for yourself. Okay, so thank you guys. That's it for me. Thank you guys for hanging out. If you guys do, if anybody is here, is guided to, you know, work with me one-on-one, all of the links are found in my bio. If I didn't get to you this week, I invite you to come back to next week. I will be here all week from Tuesday to Friday doing more readings. Until then, have a happy Cinco de Mayo, 5/5 portal, lunar eclipse day, and just a beautiful weekend. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. Infinite love and blessings. Bye.